I'm a cognitive visiting professor in Latin American and Caribbean studies in this center. And in Brazil, I'm a full professor of the University of São Paulo, coordinating the study nucleus of AIDS for 25 years, founder of it and a coordinator, and have been doing a lot of human rights committee work around the country. So that's where I come from, that's my position now here. During this professorship, I'm happy and very stimulated by the interaction with the students, undergrad students, graduate students, that I do like. They're great students here. And also with researchers in this kind of environment of Latin American and Caribbean perspective. This is for Brazilian. I am a Brazilian. My base is in São Paulo. As we sometimes get detached from the rest of Latin America because of language, because it's a continental country with the Andes in between and a lot of forests. This is a privilege to be, again, I've been there before, but to be again in this environment of Latin American focused people or coming from Latin America. So I've been enjoying a lot, not only the researchers, the professor I've been working with, but also the film festivals, the debates on the contextual and political or economic or cultural situation in different Latin American countries as Venezuela, Nicaragua, Guatemala, Argentina, and even Brazil. And I'm also very happy because in this, Brown has one of the most, I think, relevant and important Brazil Center in the US, and most especially in my personal history and field of interest that had developed more lately. It has the most important archives on the Brazilian dictatorship. This is especially important in this moment of Latin America, where the discussion on democracy and democratization and resistance to moves towards a more strict, censored and political liberties controlled states, right, included in Brazil since the last change of government and what I considered a coup against the elected president. It is especially interesting to be near the most relevant and significant Brazil Studies Center in the US, where you have the most important documents on the dictatorship, a lot of interesting debates, and so we can talk and discuss not only the situation, but where does it come from, what does it mean, and think about liberty, freedom, and democratization, and the fragile situation of the democracies in my country. And I'm as a social psychology and a public health person, we know what is the impact of these kinds of situation in mental health, what policies and political contests can do on torture, on arbitrary imprisonment, and this for women, for gay people, for black people, for indigenous people who have suffered a lot of massacres, and that got worse lately, not only in Brazil. So as a social psychologist, I'm interested in the social psychological process of coping and the impact of these more structural issues on the way people live their daily lives, their scenes. And that has been a very important opportunity to have the space to discuss it more broadly from not only the Brazilian perspective, but the Latin American perspective.